All right, welcome to Feel Hot Fast, day 4, the final day. Today we are talking about the most important part of feeling hot in your body. But before we get into it, just a quick reminder to make sure you get your second workout in. Okay, it is linked here. And remember, you don't have to work out, you get to. You get to reap the rewards. Okay, and notice how good did you feel, right? That it was short, but you could tell it did something, right? Your workouts don't have to be crazy long. And when you are doing them correctly, you don't have to go to the gym 6, 7 days a week, right? In fact, if you're going to the gym 6, 7 days a week and you're not seeing results, that's probably why. Okay. So get your workout in and feel amazing. Now, let's talk about something, like I said, that is just as important as your training and nutrition, if not more: the way you talk to yourself in the mirror. Okay, now before you exit this video, I promise you, this is one of those things that is the most important thing because I have seen it over and over again, especially when I worked in the gym. Women would lose weight, they would hit their weight loss goal, but they still didn't feel good enough. They felt worse in their bodies the leaner they got because they were working so hard and they still didn't like what they saw. They never felt hot enough, fit enough, worthy enough, even though they were doing everything right, because they were still looking in the mirror, picking themselves apart. Okay, confidence isn't from what you look like. It isn't built from the outside. It is built from the inside. And the mirror is one of the easiest places to start. Okay, now here's the thing. If you don't shift this and do what I'm saying today, you will stay stuck in the spiral of hitting a goal, still not feeling good enough, pushing harder, burning out, repeating. But if you do what I'm saying today, you will become unstoppable and feel hot as hell sooner than later. Okay. I had a client who, she wouldn't even let her partner see her change in the mirror. She was that uncomfortable in her body. And she felt like nothing she was doing was working. And yeah, we got her in the program. She was working out, eating healthy, and all the things. But we started doing this one simple thing that I'm going to share with you guys today. And like 1 week later, she felt and looked like a new person. She had a sparkle about her, a glow. Her workouts were easier. Everything else got easier and changed because of this. She walked taller, she dressed differently, she was lifting heavier, and was living bolder. Okay. Not just because she looked different or looked better, but she became magnetic. All right. Now, here's the thing: you don't see yourself as you are. Okay. I know that's a hard concept, but you see yourself as you have trained your brain to see yourself, right? You have created a filter for what you look like based on what you believe to be true about yourself. Okay. So if your default is like mine used to be, where you would look in the mirror and the first thing you did was find a flaw, right? Pinch the fat, look at the pimple on your face. It doesn't matter how much weight you lose. If you don't change this habit, you will still do it no matter how much weight you lose. I know because I lost 40 pounds. I got to my goal weight and I still didn't like what I saw in the mirror because this was what I did every single day. Okay, is I consistently looked for things I didn't like about myself. You cannot outwork a poor mental diet. Okay, but when you teach your brain a new narrative and you give yourself a new filter and you do this repetitively, you will start to believe it. Okay. Confidence doesn't magically appear when you lose weight. It grows when you choose to see yourself differently, when you choose to speak to yourself differently. And this was the shift I had to make myself. Like I said, I spent years trying to earn confidence by being smaller, leaner, perfect, working harder. But the second I looked in the mirror, I was right back in self-doubt. Now, I feel differently when I look in the mirror. I don't pick myself apart anymore, and I feel better than ever. And now I also get to coach women to build their hotness, their power, and confidence from the inside out. So, your homework today is pretty simple. Not necessarily easy, but simple. What I want you to do is every time you pass a mirror, I want you to give yourself a quirky compliment. Say something that builds you up, right? Not critiques you, not corrections, just one kind, powerful thing. And I challenge you to make it fun, right? Look yourself in the mirror and be like, hey, good looking, right? What's up, sexy? Damn, girl, you look good today. Making it quirky will make it feel less awkward, okay? But it will also create a positive association with looking in the mirror, which most of us don't have. Okay, so if you have like your bathroom mirror, a mirror that you get ready in every single day, I would challenge you to put like a sticky note on your mirror to remind you to do this and put it on your main mirror. And what this is going to do is this is going to train your brain that every time you look in the mirror, you look for something you like about you. You look for something to compliment. You look for the good, that you like the person looking back at you. And I promise you, when you do this, you will feel a whole new level of confidence that you have never felt in your life. But also, working out, eating healthy, getting your steps in gets easier when you do this. Because I want you to think of somebody you love, right? You want them to take care of their body. You want them to live a long, healthy, happy life. So imagine if you felt that same love for yourself. The more that you love you, the easier it is to make time to work out, to make time to make healthy meals because you love you and you know that you deserve it. Okay. So if this hit home for you today and you're thinking, okay, I'm ready to actually feel hot and strong and confident, but I don't quite know how to put it all together for me and my lifestyle, I have opened up a few free one-to-one game plans this week where we will hop on a conversation and just map out what your goals are, your challenges are, and make you a plan that fits your lifestyle, your goals, and your body. I will help you get clear on exactly what you need to do next to get to where you want to go. So if you want one of the spots, just click on the link above and book your call. Okay, you don't have to do this alone, and you don't have to wait until next year, next month, a new week. You don't have to wait until your next 10 pounds are gone to feel hot. You can feel hot sooner than later. All right, so let's get you a plan that works with your body, not against it, because you deserve it.